This is a puzzle game about building a spooky train. You see, when the passenger car comes next to the zombie, he hops in. And you want to take the zombie to his hole. You also want to take this vampire here to his coffin. And scariest of all, the child wants to go home. But you can't cross tracks over each other. So how do you get everyone to be happy? Well, so logically, the child has to be picked up last. Yeah, considering I have to escape with it, but then what? Can I pick up the vampire from here, maybe? Scare the child as it passes by. Let that jump in. Then I could get the zombie, scare the child, drop in his hole, but, well, I appear to be running the child over with my train, so that's not it either. Okay, what if I get the zombie first and run through here? Well, then I could bring the vampire to the coffin and then just barely nap the child, bring him all the way around and let them go home safe. Until next time. And now we have more zombies and more vampires. This is gonna be a tricky puzzle. So we actually have an interesting situation here where I wanna demonstrate. When I drop this zombie off, the child's gonna be picked up right away. So you can infer that this zombie is gonna be the last action, or I guess second to last action if picking the child up is the last action. So then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get the other vampires. Well, I could try dropping one off and then picking up a zombie. I just don't like how much empty space this is. Oh, and look, the bottom coffin has a single choke point to it, so I can't get there and back. So that's already wrong. Wild. Okay, what if I try going to the coffin first, then maybe try a little zigzag? Oh, this almost works. But again, I can't quite get to the child. Okay, what if I try a different idea where I pick up a zombie and then go around this way, leaving as much space as possible to return to the vampire for later and drop off a zombie. Then I could pick up a vampire and bring him to this coffin, and the more track I make, the more obvious it seems. Yes, this vampire goes to this coffin and the zombie makes it around and ends with the child. Good Lord, what a challenging puzzle. That's what I'm here for. But what if the child starts in the car? You can't just take him home because the vampire needs to go to his home. So what do? It's not like you get the child out of the train, right? Unless if you scare him out. The vampire takes precedence, so he can go into his coffin. And now we just gotta pick up the child, which is not a gimme. Okay, hold on. Can I back up so there's just more space then? Well, I still need to make this move, which creates a situation where either I'm locked in with the child, which is terrifying, or I run over the child with the train, which is also terrifying. So let's think about that a bit. If I drive the child past the vampire, he's just gonna scare the child, but if the child has a place to jump off, then he'll take the opportunity. And actually jumping off from this side means that I could now have space to come and pick up the child and get him home safe without any bite marks. Yet. And if you're wondering if the zombie can scare the kid too, he can. Except the zombie's not going home for supper. That would make for a very awkward dinner. I'm gonna try approaching from the other side, getting at the child here. No, but it creates another situation where I would just run over the kid with the train. Okay, so maybe I have to do a better starting track? Like come through this way. Aha! Yes. I have space to drop off the zombie and pick up the kid again. Is safe with his brains intact. This time the child doesn't start in the train, but we probably gotta use what we learned to our advantage. So I'll try dropping off a vampire. And then if I pick up the child, I could then scare him over here, which will allow me to drop off the other vampire and run over the kid with the train. So, well, that's no good. Well, if I can't access the kid from this square, maybe I could access him from the other square. So the way to access him from the other square would actually be by picking up the other vampire first. What? Okay, don't try to load them both at the same time. Otherwise, they'll donk. No, we want to drop them off, pick up the child, and put them in the other spot. Because at least this way, there is space to double back and grab the child. Barely safe. Now we got one of each, which does look really tricky. So I'm going to try getting the vampire first. Well, no, the issue with this is that I can't pick up the zombie now. He's enclosed. So maybe I could go for the zombie first? Well, and then dropping him off makes it so I can't really get to the vampire and exit. So that's no good. What if I switch around here and drop the kid off? Because then at least I can get the zombie. Oh, but then the vampire goes in right away. I don't think I want that, actually. I think I would want to pick up the kid next, just so I can move him to a slightly better spot, which is right here. Yeah, drop the vampire off, pick up the scare kid, bring him home to mommy. This level has 4 coffins, but only 2 vampires. Oh no, kids! You're gonna get bit! Prepare thy necks. I shall bring you, scare you off the cart, and bite you, and then chain bite you to make 4 vampires. Which makes it difficult, because I don't know how I'm ever getting to the coffin up here. So, let me experiment a little, maybe come through here? No, the upper coffin still is a bit stuck. Hold on, let's loop around this way. Yeah, there we go, because then we can go coffin, and coffin, and coffin, and coffin. Like you got the flu. We're biting kids now. And if you're wondering if zombies can infect the kids too, the answer is of course. I've got 2 holes, but 1 zombie. So I'm gonna try picking up the kid and bring him around to here, which picks up the vampire and makes another zombie and sends him into the hole immediately. Now the issue with this is that to actually deliver the vampire, we block off a zombie. So let's see what else I can do. Well, maybe if I use all the space to grab the kid and leave as much space as possible, I could then drop off the vampire and then go and get the zombie and bring no kids home for supper. Darn, I was hungry too. This level is 2 coffins and 2 vampires. So I guess I gotta take what I know and don't turn the kid into a vampire. He's actually gotta return home for supper. Right? Because I mean, what happens if I deliver the 2? Maybe the parents won't notice. Yeah, your kid's just wearing a costume. No, it's actually the vampire who's unhappy. So I guess I'll try picking one up and then I guess picking up the kid last. But that's way easier said than done because I seem to be causing a bunch of dead ends. I guess I could go around the kid and pick up the other vampire first. But that means then we're gonna still cause a problem where the kid's just kind of trapped inside. Kid can't go home. Okay, weird idea. What if I get the kid to jump out of the train, but don't vampire him, right? Like I drop off a first vampire, and then hold on, yeah, this is a good idea. The kid can drop off here, and the vampire can go to his coffin, and the kid can return safe. Just a little mentally scarred. Okay, now I have 2 kids that both must become monsters, but one's gotta become a zombie, one's gotta become a vampire, and I don't know which is which. Do you feel like a vampire? I'm not sure. But if I travel through this way, I'm gonna get an extra vampire. So maybe that could come first? But I feel like I'm really blocked off. Like I already can't exit. I mean, I would know this way would make a zombie. But I mean, this just leaves 2 homeless zombies. I could run them over the train. Okay, what if the kid comes from maybe the opposite direction? Like we could get a vampire here. Oh, but then I can't get an extra vampire. Because I need a vampire to make a vampire. So what if I take the kid and bring him on a journey? Make the extra vampire now. And then drop off the zombie and hopefully I can go get that other kid. That's one hell of a journey, but maybe. Like I can get I guess I can get both vampires in this way. And you know what? This isn't too bad because I just barely have enough space to get them the rest in. Wow. Cool puzzle. This level requires 3 zombies, so the kid's got to become a zombie, but the real estate for him to become a zombie doesn't exist. There's nowhere for him to go to, so I guess I've got to clear a spot up first. Maybe something like this? Well, it could work, I don't like where this is going. Yeah, I'm already blocking myself off. I kind of just wanted to demonstrate the idea of do this to get an extra zombie, but I need to start over surely. Maybe I grab the vampire first? The issue with that is that it blocks off the edge. Yeah, nobody can exit from here. Okay, so maybe I don't wrap around. And I can't have him donk either. Well, yes I can. Right, I could donk and then pick up the vampire. But then the kid's not going anywhere. Oh, what if I wrap around one grave so we can have one zombie come over here? That still leaves plenty of space for action. And here, I could get another zombie. I don't think I'm ever going to access the other zombie, though. It's close. Like, it's my best one yet, but it still needs a little something. What if I leave more space on the other side of the track? Yeah, taking up even more space here. So this way, I could still access the new zombie later. And yeah, actually get the zombie into a hole and just barely use the last remaining space to get the last zombie out. Tricky one. Oh god, we need 5 vampires. This is too many. Well, so clearly I've got to start by getting rid of some. He loads up right away. The issue with that is I think I still need a vampire on both sides in order to create a new one. And I can't go around because that picks up the child first, which is wrong as well. I mean, is there any world in which I pick up one of these vampires first? I don't know, this feels... Oh, what the? I got an achievement! The vampire doesn't know which coffin he wants to enter. He's too indecisive, so he chooses neither! Honestly, same. What if I start by picking up a vampire, and then at least I won't pick up a kid here? Because then I could drop him off, and then get the kid, and then get my additional vampire. The only downside is that I'm not going to be able to get this vampire here. But maybe I can get him a little earlier, you know? Back when I still have this guy. Like, I just need 1 vampire on each side. So doing this maneuver to get 2 out of the way is actually really helpful. Because I can still get 3 vampires. And then maybe, just maybe, have enough moves to go and win. Let's go! 5 vampires. We got a new character. The Demon. Gotta get him and a vampire into the goal. Which is easier said than done, I think. Yeah, I don't know how I'm actually gonna get the demon in. Maybe I have to come around through here? Oh, what? The demon scares the vampire? Wow, just when you think you're the scariest, there's always a scarier ghoul. Well, now that begs the question, is there something that scares the demon? The child. We found it, the one thing scarier than the demon. But this is actually an interesting puzzle. We got 2 tiers of scare, right? So because there's only 1 choke point in the middle, the only way to actually get characters to the left side is by scaring them. So I guess I'd have to do something like this to get the vampire and the child through. And then and only then can I deliver the demon and the vampire and the child. This is an interesting dynamic. Oh, this is strange. There's 2 demons, 2 demon holes, but no vampire hole. Is our boy gonna get roasted? Oh no, not the poor vampire. He had so much to die for. Please don't roast him. Oh no! Got turned to dust. Okay, well that doesn't solve the puzzle, but that's still brutal. Let's see, maybe I gotta save extra space and kind of loop around this way. Yeah, then I could get a demon at least, and just barely get the second demon. Wild. Oh, do they roast zombies too? Oh, they do. Okay, well this is actually a pretty challenging level, considering that I can't just go and deliver the demons. I need 2 demons alive to roast the vampire. I don't have enough space, so let me try taking the zombie and bring it around a different way? Well, no, this doesn't give enough space to deliver any demon to this demon hole. Unless if I'm supposed to grab the vampire first, maybe that's the catch? Oh yeah, because I could go around here, roast them, and then get the demon. This actually may work. Yeah, I think this should work. Alright, close call. I had to be very precise. Okay, this is a level where a kid needs to turn into a zombie. But there's so many moving parts needed for that to happen. Like, first I have to get the kid in position, but then I gotta scare a zombie off. Which I guess would at least... Oh, no. We can't let him get in too early. Well, this is pretty bad form, but it would look something like this. Or at least I have 2 zombies and they can go in their hole. Yeah, but the imp is stranded. I don't ever grab the kid first, right? And get him scared. I just don't see how the zombie would ever get there. And I can't approach from the other direction either, because that's a guaranteed zombie in the hole. Maybe this would be easier if I worked backwards. Like, I think about an empty car returning only after dropping off the demon. Well, I don't think I could win through there. I mean, this doesn't really work. Right? Grabbing the demon just means I'm then blocking off the spots for the zombie and kid to go. Okay, is the demon not supposed to be the last thing I drop in, maybe? Like, even ignoring the kid, this puzzle is pretty difficult. Like, if the puzzle was just get the zombie to this square and pick up the demon in return. Oh, I didn't even get the zombie to that square. Like, see? Getting the zombie to this square and getting the demon in and returning. Wait, maybe I don't need a second zombie. Maybe it's impossible to make a second zombie. Maybe I am supposed to return the kid home. No, damn it. Oh, I thought I got away with one. What the hell, is this impossible then? Maybe the kid would just become a zombie on his own? I mean, given enough time in decomposition, I suppose he would. I'll tell you what though, this partial track does let me try to continue a little better, because I could grab the kid first and then complete the track here. So I had to work from both ends at the same time. That was such a hard puzzle. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, this game is cool. Let me know if you want to see more, because who knows how many more secrets it has to offer. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been Spooky Express. Have a wonderful day and peace.